Hi, everybody. So, this is just kind of a sped up recording of me actually going through and tracing with the pen tool my sketch. And I wanted to show you the leaves, like me actually going through and tracing here the leaves, because I had difficulty with how I was wanting my leaves to look. First of all, the sketchier your sketches, which is really sounds ridiculous, the harder it's going to be to trace it with this method, because using the pen tool and lines and flat colors is very precise. It's very clean. It lends itself well to clean illustrations. And if you are kind of a little bit more organic, sloppier sketcher, looser sketcher, I should say, like I am, it can be a little bit difficult to find exactly or to make it look exactly how you want it to look, or to make that translation. So as you can see, when I'm building this leaf, I'm making decisions and then I'm changing my mind afterwards. So I build the leaf like this and I'm looking at how it looks over on the left. And I'm like moving some things around with my direct selection tool to kind of give me a rhythm. And that's what I'm looking for, is kind of a rhythm of similar points to go along with this leaf, because this leaf is pretty uniformed on the blackberry. And when I did that, it's not, you can see I'm fidgeting with it here, and I end up getting mad. Actually, this part right here is where I am spending so much time on this one little leaf to get it exactly looking exactly like I want it, that it makes me mad. And I turn the video off and I sit there and I try to troubleshoot, and I didn't know how long it was going to take me to troubleshoot to get that leaf pattern. And what I ended up doing, and it'll show in just a second, I ended up going back to that pen tool exercise we did with the waves, where we were doing like combinations. And I figured out a way that I can do the click and drag, and you see me implementing it right there. But right above, I don't know if you saw a flash of it, I practiced. So I actually practiced making that line right there, how I wanted it. And then I came back in and quickly did the leaf how I wanted to do. So, give yourself time and room to get mad and to figure out easier, better ways to implement how you want your pen tool, how you want your stroke lines to look. After that, to do all these little circles, I switched over to the pencil tool. Actually, you can see me playing around, but yeah, right there, I switched to, actually, that's the pen tool. I'm like, nope, no, not doing it. I need something faster. So I switched over to the pencil tool, which lets me draw quicker. However, the problem with drawing quicker like this with the pencil tool instead of the pen tool is that you can see I don't have control over closing my paths, and that became a problem a little bit later on, that I wish I would have taken the time just to use the pen tool and not the pencil tool. Always take the time to step out and look at the overview and move some things around and try to find like better combinations. And I actually, decided to scale down some of my stuff in order to fit the pine cone at the top. And that's what I'm doing here. So if I wanted to go back and retrace the other things that I just created, I pretty much, as soon as I moved them off that sketch, it would be really hard to move it back onto the sketch to rework it. So now I'm trying to figure out, because this is kind of blurry and I don't really have distinct lines, how I'm going to make this pine cone illustration work. After I finish the pine cone, I'm going to go ahead and expand this mirroring and work on uniting it because that's a little bit of a chore. But I want to show you how to do that. Compositionally, this whole thing needs more added to it to thicken it up a bit, but I'm not going to show that. I'm just going to show you kind of the process moving forward.